TwinCat Chat can answer almost any question, but one of the toughest questions of the last 2 years was, when will my IPC or my terminal or my motor be delivered? Not only if you have been working with Beckhoff, but also if you have been working with any other automation vendor. And again, we have talked 2 days about nice technology, Friederike, but one question still remains open. How is the supply situation?
And Felix, I'm so relieved that for the first time since like 2 or 3 years, or almost 3 years, I can answer that with a really good feeling inside of me. Because
Perfect.
I think the situation of our like critical delivery situation, it's done. I do not only think so, it's like really true, it is done, it's completely done. So for almost all our product suppliers that they are available almost from stock. And if they aren't in stock yet, they will be within the next couple of weeks. So our delivery times are really back to normal, something between 1, 2, 3 weeks, depending on the product categories. But it's such a good feeling, and finally we are back to focusing on other things, investing in the future growth and making sure that we will be there again.
And finally, we actually have a little bit of time, so we get the supply situation also from our suppliers improved. We are getting the integrated circuits and everything what we need again. But also on the other hand, Hans mentioned on Tuesday that we see a decline in the order intake, which gives also us a little bit room to breathe. Can you maybe share a little bit how we would react to this situation?
Yeah, that's true. We had a kind, let's say, of a hyperinflation in our order income within the last 2 years. It was kind of I wouldn't say not like a truly order income we had. It was due to our long delivery times, quite understandable. This is why our customers ordered more and more and more. And then in the end, we are seeing now this downturn, which is right, but which is totally okay. So we are not like afraid or anything of it. We're just thinking it's now the time to focus on other things, as increasing our stock we have of our Beckhoff products and focusing on technology like back again. And we realized that in the market here on the SPS show, we were talking to so many customers, and also they are kind of a bit relieved that it's finally about talking about products, technology, and how the machine generations of tomorrow are looking alike, because understandably, this is something neither we or our competitors could really focus on within the last 2 years. So it's a bit good to use this time really now and then to be ready when it finally is starting to grow again in terms of order income.
Yeah, I can only confirm this because in my area, in the Explan area, it is a fairly new technology, only in the market for a couple of years. And many of our big, well-established customers who had very successful years as well, they simply said, okay, nice technology, but we don't have the time to look at it at the moment. So this is now really the time to forge the next machine generation.
Yeah, absolutely right.
We always try to be a reliable partner, and even if our delivery times went up, they didn't went up as in some other places. But the world is also quite complex at times, and we also have to account for this. How do we make sure that we will stay this reliable partner for our customers and even maybe react even a little bit better to the next delivery supply crisis in the semiconductor market?
Yeah, I think there are so many different fields and areas where we need to have a look on, and we're also doing it. But maybe just to mention like 2 things, if it comes to our production, then first of all is again increasing our stock, not only of finished Beckhoff products, but also of our raw materials. You know our philosophy that in terms of raw materials, we always would like to have like 4 to 6 months on stock to be able to produce it. And if it comes to our finished goods, then at least 6 weeks. But now we are increasing even this number, so this is something we're doing, building up our stock. But then, of course, we're also thinking about expanding our production. So not only have it exclusively in Germany, which we do right now, but also thinking about the Asian market, thinking about China. This is where we are focusing on one of the further developments in our production. And there are more and more measures we are taking, or at least we're having a look on them and evaluating them. But these are maybe at least 2 things I would like to mention here right now.
Yeah, very good, because I think it gives our customers or our viewers a sense of reaction from our side to our own growth. So we are not only a 1.8 billion company, we are also behaving like one in terms of securing our production capacities and many other things.
Yeah.
Last but not least, maybe a look into the fog of the future. What do you foresee for our product portfolio over the next years?
Well, I have to admit, I can't go into detail because I would encourage all of you to come and visit our shows during the next time, and of course also listening to Live and Interactive. But of course, there are like two ways or two basically sides we're always focusing on. First one is to have a look at our existing product categories and develop them further, see if there are any gaps like in our product portfolios maybe we need to fix, or also grow them and develop them further. This is the evolutionary process. We are thinking about it, right? Every year we need to have like an evolutionary development. And then it comes to our revolutions, and we see right behind us MX, for example, that was the topic of yesterday. This is one of the revolutions, at least we're considering it to be one of it. And there is our goal to have a revolution every 5 to 7 years, and this is something we stay on tuned, and I think we are really keeping back to this kind of philosophy we have. So I can promise you a nice of new things also within the next couple of years.
Yeah. That's a very good statement for the end, because our goal is always to make sure that the smallest and the biggest companies in terms of machine building in the world, that they are in the lead in their markets with Beckhoff.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful end.